Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. I am that bird girl and we are continuing on with Fresh Start Cleaning Simulator. We only have 6 levels left, it looks like. And today we are going to Australia where we are going to be able to help the koalas. So let's go ahead and get into it. G'day, dear hero. The valley needs you and your qualifications. qualifications. Recent wildfires mercilessly burned our landscape and it's barely holding up. Please help us saving our park and restoring it back to coolest place around here. Good luck, mate. Okay. Everything's on fire. So that's kind of scary. That's to leave. So we have our quest on the left as usual. Give the bowls to the koalas and fill them with water. Remove fallen trees that block the path. Extinguish burning trees. Find the hidden cave and clean its walls and restore the river flow. So let's go ahead and hide those and get started. These trees really are on fire and there's 36 of them. So not only will we be able to extinguish the fire, but we will be able to make them green again. So that'll be good. Oh, here are the koalas. Give it a little pet. And let's put our little helper right there. I believe last episode we did get the achievement to have our vacuum. And we vacuumed and sprayed with the little helpers here 100 times each. So, I mean, I don't necessarily have to keep using them. Because we do have another achievement where we need to soak up 500,000 gallons of water, I believe is what it is. So I kind of want to keep working on all of these quests on my own. Because then I will need to use more water and we can make that a little easier because we're gonna be soaking up the water anyway. I don't know if it counts if you use the vacuum because the vacuum can soak up water from the river and then when you collect it you get the water that it was already soaking up. So yeah, I think I'll just do it all on my own though. I do like it better. I mean it makes the level last a little longer, so if anyone's looking to speed run this, that's probably not what is gonna happen here. I'm more so just looking for a satisfying experience and relaxing with all of you guys, so we'll probably just run with it where I complete the level from now on. Although it is nice and it definitely does move faster when you get the help from the vacuums and the sprayer, but I like doing things on their own. I think it makes the experience a little more enjoyable and satisfying, and it also helps me stay organized because I feel like I'm too focused on placing and monitoring the vacuums and the spray vacuum that I get a little overwhelmed, and I don't really want to feel that way when I play this. I just kind of want to relax and help the animals, although it is not very relaxing when you have literal trees on fire around us, but that's okay. We'll get to them when we get to them. I do like these plants in here. These red ones are different. I just enjoy how each level you have your general things that are the same across the levels, But you also have different plants and just unique colors, unique puns as you get through each of the levels. And I really enjoy that. The only thing that's like basically the same per level are these bushes. These ones seem to be slightly different, but also really not. They're like the only thing that's pretty consistent across the levels. But I mean, honestly, I don't know how different they would make them. But I mean, the trees are different. We've had birch trees. Um, oh my gosh, like oak trees. We've had cherry blossoms. So the game is very versatile. And I love how we get to meet all the different animals as we restore nature and help everybody. I really love this game. I hope everyone's enjoyed the series and everything too so far. I think we are getting a little faster. We'll see. I mean, the last few levels I have used the vacuum assistant, so that does probably change things. And as far as like speed goes, but I do feel like we've gotten a little faster because we've upgraded our backpack so we can hold more water, and that does give us more room. Can I jump over this? It doesn't look like it. That's okay. Okay, go this way? No. Alright, we're just gonna go across the bridge like normal people. Go ahead. Get over here. There's a beaver. Interesting. Put out this tree. There we go. Go. Well, the fire is not as overwhelming now. We've taken care of quite a few of these trees. I see a lot more in the distance. But I admire the resilience of these plants. I feel like they should have been burned to ash right now, but they're holding strong. There we go. Get all this vacuumed up. There we go. Put out this tree. There we go. There's not as many plants here, I feel like. I feel like we've had some other levels where we've had more of these, like the flowers and stuff. There we go. We are already going to need to refill our water. Can I get over? Can I reach that? Oh. Yes, we can. We're just going through the fence. There we go. I wonder if these bushes are counting towards the tree quest. Oh my gosh, look at how much is on fire. These poor koalas. Must have been a pretty dry season, I guess. Water for everyone. Look how cute they are. Okay. Clear up some more mud. Oh, what's this? Okay, we've got an Australian hat for the cat. What are these? Do we do anything with that? Yeah, find the hidden cave and clean the walls. There we go. Okay, our first quest is complete. We found the hidden cave and we cleaned the walls. And I don't think these bushes count towards the tree, like saving the trees. I think these are just their own thing. Okay, we can't walk through there. There we go. I think I will hop back over to the other side behind us before I continue down this way. And yeah, we need a saw to clear over those branches. So let's restore our first stage of nature and then we'll clear up the rest of over here maybe. Okay. Oh, we've got cockatoos. I love them. Those are, I believe they are called rose-chested cockatoos. And we get pet them as well. They're so cute. Very cute. I don't know if anyone knows. I don't know if I've said before, but I have 3 birds. I have 3 parrots of my own. I have 2 sun conures and 1 green cheek conure. My green cheek conure, his name is Jasper. And then my 2 sun conures are actually siblings. It's Sebastian and Layla. Although they were siblings at hatch, they grew up separated. My mom actually took care of Layla for the first 4 or 5 years of her life, and then I adopted Layla from there. So they actually don't like each other because they don't really know each other anymore. They don't know that they're siblings, so they just kind of fight, and it's not a fun situation to be honest. I've tried working with them, and it just, Sebastian is the aggressive one, so unfortunately I don't get to have them out at the same time anymore. But if you are curious what those types of parrots look like and you're not really familiar, you can look at the profile picture of the channel. The green cheek conure is the one that is on my, well, when you're facing and looking at the profile picture, it's on the left side. Like the more greenish gray looking parrot, and then the sun conures are the 2 pair birds on the right hand side. Although they do look slightly different in their coloring in real life. Layla is a little more yellow and Sebastian is more on the orange side, just because they are male and female. Females tend to be a little more yellow, than the males, but there is a mutation of sun conure that's like I believe that it's called a red factor sun conure. Basically, it's like a bright red over most of the body, like a more orangish red. They're very pretty, but they are not very common. Oh, here's the saw that we need to take care of those trees. But let's see if we can finish. Oh, we have some more trees over here. Let's see if we can finish this side and then circle back around. But yeah, I love my birds very much. I've grown up having birds most of my life. You know, most families, they have cats or dogs or maybe a fish or something. For me and my family, my mom has always been big on parrots, and I grew up having parrots. I've had quite a few over the years for various reasons. But yeah, the parrots that I have now are the first ones that I've had on my own, not family related. I just chose to have them. And it's been a very scary and rewarding period because I did have a parrot when I was younger and I didn't really know much about them. I mean, although my mom basically had me grow up with having parrots, I wasn't very familiar with how to take care of them or anything. I just knew how to love them. And unfortunately, that parrot did pass. Her name was Tequila. She was also a sun conure, and she passed due to me spilling an essential oil candle, which was right next to her cage, and it like soaked into the wood. And if you don't know this about parrots, they have a very strong, or they have a very unique breathing system, and because of that, they are very susceptible to strong smells, and it could be very toxic for them. So ultimately, although my mom swears up and down that it wasn't my fault, I'm pretty sure it was, and that's something I wouldn't say like live with to this day, because it doesn't like scare me as much anymore, but it has made me a very cautious bird owner. And for a long time, when I first had my birds, I was really nervous about losing them because I was afraid of messing up something. And I don't feel that way as much anymore, but I do struggle with anxiety a little bit. I don't know if anyone else does about your pets, but I just love mine so much. And I used to be super scared of losing them because I lost one bird so long ago. But yeah, they are all 6 years old this year, which is crazy to believe I've actually made it this far in caring for my parrots. And I'm so grateful to have them. I really enjoy them in my life so much. I love animals, but parrots are really just so special to me. Hence, my name is That Bird Girl on here, because I love birds. I really do. I could talk about birds all day long, but they are not my only passion. I do love animals in general. We have 4 cats as well. We have Bandito, Socks, Millie, and Kiki. And funny story about them, my boyfriend actually adopted Millie and Kiki when he was at his job. He still works there, but when it was first starting up, they had some construction site cats, I guess you could say, which was Millie and Kiki. And he built a bond with Millie, and so he adopted her and Kiki. Well, shortly after that, that she got settled in the apartment with my boyfriend, she popped out some kittens. She had 5 kittens in this tiny apartment. So my boyfriend had 7 total cats at one point, and he managed to adopt out 3 of her cats, and we got left with the 2 boys. And I say left with in the term of they are very much loved, but 4 cats is a lot, and not something that we initially had planned for in our lives. we would never trade them for the world or rehome them or anything, but it is a lot. And this was before the birds as well. So we already thought the apartment was going to be full, and then we adopted 2 birds, which was Sebastian and Jasper, and then later on came along Layla. So our house is filled because not only that, but we have a snake as well. I'm not sure if anyone has any phobias towards snakes or simply doesn't like them, but I do have a boa constrictor. Her name is Akane, and she is a blood and leopard boa. It's a more rare mutation for boa constrictors and considered to be a dwarf boa. So we have a very well-rounded household of pets, and our snake is the newest addition to our family. We adopted my snake December of last year. So we've had her a little, oh my gosh, how long have we had her? I'm so bad. I don't know. I can't think of it at the top of my head. I need a calendar to count it out. But we've had her for some time now. And it's been an interesting experience. I've never had a snake before, but I've always loved snakes. When I was a kid, I used to be obsessed with going to my grandparents' backyard to look at the snakes because they had a little area where snakes would like to hide. And my grandpa would take me out there and we would just go look at them all the time over the summer. And my boyfriend, he always wanted a snake. The snake is more so mine than his because I just love animals so much more, but he wasn't opposed to the idea of having a snake. But I am definitely cut off on animals now because we have so many in our household. And it is a lot to handle, but we do our best. We do a good job, in my opinion. They're all equally loved and cared for. Our house is not a disaster by any means, if anyone's thinking that. Although it is full, it is clean. So yeah, that's just a little bit about me. If you guys are interested, I do link my Discord in the description of all of these videos. So if you do want to consider joining the Discord, I do have a pets channel. I would love to see anybody's pets if you want to tell me about the animals in your life. I love animals, like I've been saying. So if you have a snake, if you have a bird, a cat, a dog, a horse, a pigeon, I don't know, consider joining the Discord and sending me pictures because I would love to meet all of your animals. I really would. Animals really bring so much more to our lives, in my opinion, and I wouldn't change it for the world. Kids are great, you know, kids, we need them for our next generations, but I just find companionship with animals so much more rewarding. I don't really think kids are in my future per se, but animals will always be. So if anyone has a similar mindset or just loves animals as much as I do, I definitely would love to hear more from you. But yeah, we are making good progress on this level. We're back over through my blabbering. We are back over to the other side before we had divvied over to that left hand side where we just were, and we already have our second stage of nature. Almost, we're right on the cusp of it, so we should be getting the indicator here in the next few minutes. But yeah, it's been a great level. We're getting rid of the fire slowly but surely. And the trash is climbing up the wall. There we go, we could do our second stage of nature, so we can go ahead and take care of that after I take care of the bush here. Let's go ahead. Second stage of nature. Okay, looks like we got some more greenery on the ground, and our koalas and our parrots are getting along just fine. Okay. Take care of this tree. And it might take a quick moment after this level before we fully move on to the next one and everything, and see what kind of upgrades that we can do, because I think we might have enough for maybe a smaller upgrade, but at the end of this level we may be even closer to having a bigger upgrade available, because it would be nice to maybe do something else as far as our manual vacuum goes, considering that we aren't really using the hoovers and stuff right now. The water is getting more filled, so that's good. Because I think one of the quests was to restore water flow to the river. So looks like every time we are repairing nature, we are getting closer and closer to that goal as well. It's very good. There we go. There we go. This one, I feel like didn't have as much mud around the place. It was more so just the trees, I think. Which is fine. Looks like we are in the big area where all of the trees are in need of assistance. And these small flowers upgrade so fast. I'm used to it taking so much longer, but even the trees and the bushes are so much faster. I haven't seen the kitty yet either. We have the hat ready for the kitty. I'm sure we'll see the kitty soon. Probably around this little caravan would be my guess. There we go. Clear up the mud back here. Oh, what's that? Can't really see it. What is that? I did get an achievement for clicking on it. I don't know what that is though. Can't really tell. Some kind of, maybe like a robot of some kind? Like there's eyes right there? I'm not sure. Oh, I just climbed up the tree. Oh, that tree is already ready. It's this bush here that's on fire. I was like, what's on fire still? Okay. There we go. Take care of this tree. Oh, here's the kitty. Kitty has his hat. I feel like we are getting pretty close to a whole bunch of quests getting completed here because we are almost all the way back around to where we were. There's just a little bit of mud. And I don't see very much fire anymore, which is good. It was getting pretty smoky around here. All these animals, especially the birds. Birds are breathing in all that smoke. Can't be good for them. There we go. Okay. There we go. Yep, I see where we have circled back around to, so we are about done with this level. We're at 90% nature restored. And maybe only 3 more trees. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and fill up some more water. And I think when we are done with this level, before we actually complete it, I think we should take a moment and look at see what other upgrades that we have. Okay. Just a little more mud left, and I think this is our last tree and bush that is on fire. Yep, extinguish burning trees. That quest has been finished. And our last saw here to take down those fallen trees. See if we can get all this mud up. And we have 100% nature as well. So that's good. Yep. And remove the fallen trees that block the path is complete. And let's go ahead and restore nature. And we've completed the quest to restore the river flow. And this is such a cute picture. I love this. The little birdies with the statue in the background. It's really cute. Let's take a look and see what spawned over here. So our last quest is to give the bowls to the koalas and fill them with water. Oh, and there's a few plants right here. It did say we have 100% in nature, but let's just go ahead and get these guys in bloom. Which koalas are we giving? Oh, nope, not that one, I guess. You want a bowl? Fill it with water. Okay. You're cute. Let's see, we need to go find some koalas. There's thirsty koalas around here. Those are birds. Were there any koalas back here? I don't quite remember. Yeah, we do have someone back here. Would you like a bowl? And we'll fill it with water. You're happy now? And I'm assuming there's one more by the entrance that wants a bowl. Because it's kind of like the different zones of the level. What is that sound? Sounds like a plane. Okay. And our last bowl. There we go. Give the koalas bowls and fill them with water. We are good. 100% nature. All the quests are done. Off we go. Congratulations. The nature is restored and you could travel to the next location. Would you like to do so now? Thank you for your help. Perfect. And next is Africa, where we help the ostrich, it looks like. Yeah, I think I will go ahead and leave it here for this episode, but we will keep going with this. And I don't know, do you guys like having 2 locations in one episode, or do you want me to just keep doing one for one? I know last episode I had the pandas and then the brains for Japan and China. So did you guys like that, or would you like more singular things, singular levels? Let me know. But otherwise, thank you everyone so much for joining, and we will see you next time. Bye now.